What's going on, everyone? My name's Tenebris Infinite, and man, Road to Vostok came out with an awesome video today. So we're going to talk about the next steps for Road to Vostok and what the next chapter is going to look like for this video game. From changing seasons to new weapons to believable animations and attachments, it's incredible to see how much is going into the next update for Road to Vostok, but outside of that, there's been a lot of work done in the background prepping towards the far future of the game. With the conceptual phases for Area 5 wrapping up, that means that Area 5 is at the point where all of the maps can start to be developed. Outside of that, there's been a massive amount done on 3 maps so far. The shipyard, the village, and the highway map specifically, as those maps are going to be showing up in demo version 2, which is slated for the end of this year. With those 3 maps nearing completion, it's no easy feat to build an entire game world, and the amount of work that's being done by one single person is beyond impressive. I know I say that a lot, but it's the absolute truth when it comes to Road to Vostok. So let's take a look really quickly here at what is going to be coming in the next update. And the first thing that I'm really looking forward to is the revitalization of the entire village map. With Auntie, the developer, previously being a teacher for environmental design in video games, I'm really excited to see him flex his stuff here. And from what we're seeing so far, it's coming along fantastically. With the map previously, it's like you'd have to have played the first demo to really know, but the map looks like a completely different place. Even though it's utilizing a lot of the things that are familiar to the first demo, it's still looking really, really good, especially with the new water. We're going to be exploring it all here on my channel the moment that this demo gets updated, so definitely stay tuned for that. So speaking of that water system, there are a surprising amount of options that you can tweak and set to your system's kind of best settings here in order to get really optimized, good-looking water here in the game. You can crank things up and have crazy amounts of reflections and depth rendering and stuff, or you can have things look a little bit more muted but still have a noticeable performance improvement. And just as a little side of immersion and probably a lot of fun, there's going to be object buoyancy, so you can throw things into the water and they will realistically float. And so will your character, because you'll be able to go into the water and swim around, which may or may not have some sort of a use in the future. In all honesty, because this is a hardcore FPS, it might be kind of cool swimming up on, like, you know, some Russian dudes and then breaking out of the water and busting them up. Who knows? I think that there's going to be some interesting ways that swimming could be used here in the game. Weapon handling and, like, pretty much all of the stuff going on here in the weapon handling is stuff that we've covered in depth here on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed so far, definitely do, so that way you don't miss anything related to Road to Vostok here, because I've been covering every single step along the way here. But a cool thing that we haven't had a chance to talk about with the new weapon stuff is updated shaders, because I haven't gotten a chance to see them yet. But the updated shaders for the scopes look really, really good. It looks clean, and the movement of the scope is very realistic. But this, right here, the audio upgrades, it's something that I've looked forward to for so long, so let's just let it play out for a second. It's sounding really solid at this point. Shoutouts to whoever is the freelancer helping out Auntie with this project, because it's sounding really good so far. It's meaty, it's realistic, and you can hear a lot of the moving parts of the gun alongside that. Things like shell casings hitting the ground and stuff. It's really good so far, and a significant upgrade on the previous audio system. Now for a small thing that might not seem very important, but is a huge deal for the whole game and project moving forwards, which is the new recoil system. So the new recoil, it's good, but I'd say that it is a little bit too vertical, just a little bit too much of a straight line, and it could veer off with a little bit more horizontal randomness throughout the recoil. But that's just my opinion. Definitely sound off in the comments down below for what you think of this recoil system. So the reason why I say this is kind of because unless if your character is like really jacked, he's not going to be handling recoil like it's absolutely nothing. And as well, if it has a bit more randomness and a little bit more offset to it, then there's the opportunity for foregrips to come into the game and play a much bigger part, which is something that I would really like to see. But let's move forwards here and talk about the new FPS arms that are going to be customizable along the way too. So both your arms and gloves will change based on what you're wearing in the game, and I think that this is going to be really important for the role-playing kind of side of Road to Vostok. The immersive factors and the gunplay are massively important, but I also feel like the role-playing factors will be equally massively important to kind of make a perfect system here in the game. The trigger discipline is a really nice little touch as well. But now for something that's going to be really interesting as the game unfolds: resources. Wells will be coming to the game as your source of clean water, but potentially the water will not be clean inside of them, so you're going to have to be careful when you're drinking from a well. And then we also get the opportunity to siphon fuel and gas, and this is going to be essential more than likely for utilizing vehicles when traveling fast across the map. I don't want to call it fast travel because it's not exactly that, but you're going to be able to transport yourself from one map to another really quickly over a far distance by utilizing vehicles. As well, fuel could possibly be utilized for portable generators and survival generators in order to get electricity and utilize that for further purposes here in the game. And for the last thing, it's something I've already talked about, but it's something that I really want to focus on because it's so awesome: changing seasons in Road to Vostok. The survival factors of winter and changing seasons here in Road to Vostok are something that I think is going to be really engaging and really fun to muck around with and survive through and stuff. And so, and Auntie's showing it off here by hanging out by the campfire too. So I really am excited for what winter is going to bring to the game. And then also we get the demonstration of the MK18, which is awesome to see. It's an AR-15, it's built for close quarters combat and stuff, and it's also got the hammer with the delta point on it too, which is very clean. So there we go, man. There is so much to look forward to in the first update coming to Road to Vostok, and that is slated for Q1 of this year, hopefully sometime around March, and I am really looking forward to this update. It's going to be absolutely massive and just show the mountain, the incredible mountain of potential that Road to Vostok has. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Road to Vostok, but I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.